Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines here we have for you today. Trade NFTs on your TV. A CBDC launch in Q1 of 22, but who? A clear case for the new Ethereum Killer. Oh yeah, we're going to get into it. Is ETH controlled, centrally controlled by whales? We'll take a look at that. A takeaway and a byproduct from the SEC versus Ripple you may not be aware of. SEC, the new hire, and what it means. We're also going to take a look at what are billionaires doing right now in the market? How do they see crypto? We're going to cover it. XRP 2020, we know the case is supposed to end, but how about the man that changed the world for XRP holders? We'll take a look. And I'll tell you this, my top positions in 2022 have slightly shifted, and we're going to go over a little bit of that before we get out of here today. Somebody roll that beautiful intro. Here we go.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at BackUpBradleyAbove, and everything that we're talking about here today. It is $2.254 trillion market cap for crypto. We're up 0.68%. It is January 3rd, 2022. Right now, Bitcoin is $47,318. Ethereum is $3,800 plus. We see Solana coming in at $174 and change. Cardano right now is $1.37. Shout out to Charles Hoskinson. XRP is 84 cents. Let's take a look. We're off by more than 8% on the 7-day. The range of price is 0.8374 on the bottom and 0.8649 on the top. That's where we are. The numbers are brought to you by I Trust Capital. Happy New Year, they say. And by the way, Happy New Year comes with no more monthly fees, and they may still be running the $100 worth of Bitcoin if you fund your account. But if not, I can tell you this is what's still going on here. They are, in fact, the best crypto gold silver IRA on the planet, bar none. Period. You find a better deal, you bring it to me, because it's not out there. That much I can tell you. Make sure you check them out. Link in the description and comment box. I Trust Capital. Let's get started with the news this morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Samsung announces 3 TVs for 2022 with NFT trading capability. If you thought that this was a passing fad, this is all you need to see right here to understand that it is becoming a mainstay in our everyday world. Look at that. Look at that. People are going to be trading NFTs right off their television. Listen, as the channel grows, we are going to be covering more and more about NFTs. We're going to be covering more and more about metaverse. We're going to get into some of these things before we get out of here today too, and where my positions are in the front of this year. Take a look right here. Everybody in the pool, the water's fine. Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, has successfully completed its first central bank digital currency, targeting a national rollout in the first quarter of this year. Now, this is exciting here because we know that it's going to start with these smaller markets launching their digital currencies, central bank digital currencies, and in a lot of cases, in a tourist trading environment, be it the Bahamas or Jamaica, you're going to start to see that ability for how it works using the CBDC, not just as a wholesale backend, but also as a retail use, right? That's very exciting. Looking right here, I wanted to show you this part of the article here. BOJ now plans to proceed with nationwide rollout Q1 2022 after a small test they had done, expecting to add 2 new wallet providers. These providers have already been conducting virtual simulation testing and will be able to order CBDCs from BOJ and then distribute it to their customers. The central bank also plans to focus on interoperability by testing transactions between customers of different wallet providers, the report notes. That is exciting. You may not think it's a big deal. It's Jamaica, whatever. And if you see up here, it is a much smaller test that they did. But I'm telling you, some of these different regions of the world are going to, they're going to implement and have it be front-end retail use with the CBDC, where some of these larger countries, you may see more of a wholesale back-end approach to that, and then a public-private relationship for a stable coin, possibly like the USD coin. I digress. Look right here. This is more news right here, which really points and starts to take us eventually here where we go today, where we talk about the coins that I'm in and why. And I'm going to get into some of that today. But in fact, these advantages make clear case for how XDC network can become known as the Ethereum Killer. That's right. Ethereum has many gaps that the XDC network is well suited to fill in blockchain industry, especially regarding transaction costs and speed. Let's take a look at part of this article here. The whole article is fantastic, but I want to give you this section right here. The XDC network is a growing blockchain platform that has improved upon its predecessors, Ethereum's vision for a decentralized blockchain-powered ecosystem that features code-enforceable smart contracts. And I have some information for you today that may really argue the full benefit of Ethereum being decentralized or not. XDC network is fully Ethereum virtual machine EVM compatible, which positions it to attract a large community of Ethereum developers and encourages various dApps which are built on Ethereum network to migrate over to XDC. Near zero gas fees for XDC, 2-second transaction time, and 2,000 TPS transactions per second are also factors that make it attractive to build on XDC network. People are taking notice as Zinfin and the XDC ecosystem have built a global network that links users to marketplaces featuring decentralized applications. These dApps, moreover, offer unparalleled efficiency, security, and user control through the XDC's network's fundamental technology. In addition, the network also has user-friendly on-ramps for developers, including SDKs, which is software development kits, and enabling users to seamlessly and efficiently build applications on top of XDC network is becoming a platform for mainstream utility and acknowledges that potentially through its standout technology, and this is what was said by North American Ecosystem Development Billy Adams, XDC teams are working diligently to optimize the network's technology offerings and provide the resources needed for developers to easily build on the XDC network. Projects with the utility and developers with experience will find a sense of belonging within our decentralized network. Many of the network's tools, which complement our ecosystem, are designed to facilitate adoption of the XDC network by saving developers time and effort as they begin their onboarding process. This is one that I'm excited about, and we'll get into more of that in a second. This is a reminder right here from James RippleXRP, and I said, note, when the world hands you lemons, you make lemonade, which means you take action. You just don't bellyache. And James RippleXRP said right here, if Ripple had not been sued, would we have discovered the SEC corruption or conflict of interest, maybe I would feel comfortable saying here, and ETHgate? And the answer is no. No, we wouldn't. So to some degree, we have to say we are more knowledgeable and understanding of what has transpired and the facts and the events that have gone on. And a lot of this is undisputable because when you look at the timeline from Crypto Law, John Deaton's page, you can see the timeline all the way starting back in 2013 that will take you through all of the information that is absolutely indisputable. Something must be done. Looking right here, there's more evidence that Ethereum's got even more problems than what have been pointed out here. This is Stephen Hubert who points out here that this is I say it's a real problem. Ethereum Foundation has never had a public audit. And you have to ask yourself, why is that? Stephen Hubert says 61% of all Ether is owned by the disguised whales we learned about from Joseph Lubin and the Ethereum pre-sale of the founders. With Ethereum 2 and proof of stake, the founders and these whales will gain full governmental control over the network and the power of the blockchain. Ethereum is the absolute opposite of decentralized. If you look here, you can see the amount that was sold through crowd sale, which we know was done to large whales who Joseph Lubin explained to all of us at the time. And the video evidence is on my page. It's on Crypto Law. You can find it. It's his words, not mine. And he absolutely explains how you can disguise your identity in order to purchase more Ethereum without setting off red alerts to the SEC. Can't make it up. And this is why on New Year's Day, I filed my official complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and FinCEN. And I encourage each and every one of you to do that too. It is not hard to do. Just go down to contact us, file a complaint, and start filling it out. It takes maybe 3 to 4 minutes tops. And it is very easy to do, and you will get confirmation and a ticket number, claim number, to your case. This is really something we need to follow here. The man who worked at MIT and taught there, then taught the next generation of working professionals to come out and build this crypto blockchain industry, Gary Gensler, has hired a crypto advisor. What in the hell does he need an advisor for? Shouldn't this guy be the advisor of all advisors? What do you make of this? 378 days plus into the SEC versus Ripple and American crypto innovation under siege. This is what we're looking at. Now, I reported over the weekend about Corey Frayer, who has been hired here. And I just want to give you this background. He worked for Senator Sherrod, right? Or Sherrod Brown, excuse me. Chairman Gensler has hired the senior advisor, especially in cryptocurrency. According to Thursday announcement, Corey Frayer spent a decade working with the members of Congress, becoming a senior staffer and U.S. Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs under Committee Chairman Senator Sherrod Brown, has been tapped for the role. Gensler's appointment of the crypto-focused senior advisor is in line with his stated focus on establishing a regulatory framework for crypto. It goes on and on and on. Now, here's the interesting thing here. Remember, while all of this is happening, okay, all of this is taking place, there is a lot of other agencies and those vacant seats that go along with those agencies that have not been filled. We know that Gary Gensler is a part of the President's Working Group, the PWG, for which the U.S. Treasury and Janet Yellen are really the head of that, and so is the Fed, and blah, 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 blah. But the reality here for me is that this looks very calculated. Wouldn't it be in the interest if the government is aligned, if the current administration is aligned with Gary Gensler's vision, then leaving these other agency seats vacant, give him the ability to get out here and get the first mover advantage, much like Ethereum was given the first mover advantage as well. Something to think about as we move forward, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't seem to be getting a lot of blowback from these other agencies, and I find that to be concerning. And a lot of that may be because these seats have not been filled. Billionaires are already seeing the danger signs with fiat currencies and central bank manipulation, and they are increasingly turning to crypto assets. You don't say. The year 2022 could see more wealthy investors join their ranks. Well, you know what's interesting here? One of the core tenets of my investing strategies has always been, I've been very vocal about it on this channel, and it's not financial advice, but I've been sharing my digital perspectives, and one of which is I am stacking my pennies next to their dollars. That is what I've done since day one, and that is how I've really began to be on the road to changing my and my family's life. And that is a huge sign for me to see that, because I also understand that there will be a huge correction at some point to come in the conventional market, in the derivatives market, stocks, and what have you. And I do believe that really the most elite, the richest people in the world understand this too. Couple all of that with the understanding that the XRP case and Ripple case will end. And I believe when it does, we will be the most compliant and most vetted digital asset on planet Earth. That's right, even more so than Bitcoin, for which we do not know who the actual real creator of that is. And yet hedge funds continue to pour into it. Don't say you didn't hear it, because you heard it here. Or Ethereum, which got a half-ass free pass, for which the SEC is backing away from William Hinman's speech just as fast as you could from a cliff falling into the water, right? They made it clear that they are willing to sell William Hinman to the state. Fox News reported in the most recent days that the SEC has not had any clarity on any digital asset thus far. Period. Full stop. Which means all of the guidance, all of the speech that we got from William Hinman, that all of the different SEC officials have leaned into over the last few years since 2018 when he gave it, saying that it was guidance and that there is guidance through his speech, have now taken the official stance from the SEC that he's out on an island all by himself. But nevertheless, legal analysts tell us that this case will too end no later than April or May of this year. We're looking at 4 to 5 months from now if it goes full boat. Think of it. Think of it for a moment. Because here's the other reality. It could settle any day. That has caused me to take a real hard look at my portfolio going into this year. And here's one more thing before we get into what we're holding, what we're not. John Deaton. Think of this for a moment. John Deaton represents over 63,000 XRP holders. And I tell you, this has really been something that no one has counted on. I don't think Ripple counted on it happening, and I don't think the SEC certainly saw it coming either. Now, you understand, and I understand, and we've all seen tons of video evidence from their own mouths in the Ethereum camp and the SEC camp that the things they have done have provided a unique advantage for Ethereum and its network. The last thing the SEC or Ethereum founders and investors would ever want to see is this man gain subpoena power. Because if he does, he will not redact the information that he gets from the questions that he would ask from someone like William Hinman or Mike Novogratz or Jay Clayton. And then we'll all get to see what their real answers are. And I tell you, that threat, that very real threat of that taking place, I believe is enough pressure in itself to push the SEC where they need to be to get all of this resolved, whether it's the Ripple versus SEC or the Ripple versus John Deaton and 63,000 holders of XRP. Let us not forget the XRP Ledger has the tools and resources to develop what needs to happen with world-changing projects. That's what's going on here. XRP Ledger is a decentralized exchange for the world. Think of it. A universal ledger for all the world's value, albeit tokenized fiat or tokenized digitized oil, diamonds, gold, you name it, real estate. The XRP Ledger can serve to aid these projects and NFTs, you name it. It's just endless. Nevertheless, I've shared this plenty of times. I'm only going into this just to show you now as we touch on what I'm holding and why as we move into 2022. We know XRP, XLM, XDC, and Algo and IOTA have been cited as ISO 20022 compatible. We know this. This is exciting to me because ISO 20022 is a payment language that has been around for more than a decade. However, it is XRP and XLM that are also on the standards body committee for ISO 20022, as well as being compliant as the others mentioned. I'm excited about this because it is the transition for the financial world to the ISO 20022 standard to get everyone on a certain level to be able to have this interoperability and efficiency with the complement of the digitization of the financial world and payments. For that, I am a holder of everything that you see up here, XRP, XLM, XDC, and Algo. And I don't think I'll ever feel like I've got enough of it, even though Mrs. Backup probably does. But the reality is I want to continue to accumulate because I've learned the discipline of buying in a down market. But this isn't just a down market for me. This is a suppressed down market for me because the case is very real. And not only is it suppressing XRP, I believe it in some cases, it is suppressing the entire space because of the lack of clarity that we lack of clarity we have currently right now in the United States. Many people send me comments and they say to me, yes, Brad, but that's the United States. That's not the rest of the world. Well, then why is the market still down? Why is it that XRP is not being fully adopted and used by the central banks in Europe right now or Japan, which we know SBI and Japan understand very well the benefit of XRP? I believe that is because we need to have some kind of legal precedent on XRP, which will help to define not only XRP's role in the world and what it actually is, but the role of digital assets thereafter. And that's what I believe we get. Something like the Howey test will also be the Ripple test. I can also tell you, I look at these things for confidence too. Now, it doesn't show the fees and transition fees for all the other tokens mentioned, but when I look at just how Ethereum and XLM stack up to the rest of the pile here, I can clearly see that there's a huge advantage in these things. Solana has got a great low transaction fee as well. But the gas fees for Ethereum are unsustainable. And when you think about what XDC can do and what I shared that information with you, hugely bullish on XDC. None of this is financial advice. I'm sharing my digital perspectives as I move into 2022. Casino Coin is a project that I'm hugely excited about. But in the interim of understanding that the lobby app that they launched looks absolutely amazing, but they're choosing to do a soft launch, and I think that's the right choice for them. I've chose to take a different position than I currently have had, and I still have a position there, but I've chose to lessen that for the time to watch their growth as it takes place, which I am extremely excited about. SRX is another one. I was huge into SRX, and I changed that position recently because I believe that they have some growing pains in front of them, and it will be a great product. I do believe that personally, not financial advice, any of this. But I'm sharing with you the position changes that I have made. Now, when it comes to metaverse, I'm into Decentraland, right? I'm into Gala, I'm into EQ, and maybe one or two other things. But I don't have the deep positions in those because those are newer things for me. And I will begin to move on those assets in that industry sector as the 2022 year goes forward. But I feel like we need to really finish what we started here first. And what I believe is going to serve me and my family and our portfolio best is for me to make sure that I understand that these protocols tied into the ISO 20022 payment language will in fact be used, and to see that adoption and clarity come to those things, because once it does, I believe the rest of the market will absolutely take off. And in that, let's close with this right here. This is Coins Kid. We love Coins Kid. And it says XRP on the monthly coiling up and holding the 201.618. And it says here the target is $4.50. I want to wish Coins Kid a happy new year. Big fan of his technical analysis. Make sure you give him a follow. That's going to do it for me. Hit the like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Share with somebody you know. Don't forget, lots of great specials and deals in the comment and description boxes. But you got to click the links, and they are trusted, vetted links. I'll catch all of you on the next one.